On today's episode, Nerdy Dating, we talk about a guy going on 3-hour dates but can't get a second date. We talk about a girl liking other guys and messaging other guys on dating apps, and the guy told her she shouldn't be doing it and how she should go about it. We also talk about, once again, the social media follow of girls and whether or not a girlfriend should tell her boyfriend that he shouldn't do it and how to have that conversation. We also talk about playing games and making sure a man follows you and you're not doing everything for him, and make sure that if he does treat you badly that you pull away. We talk about that whole conversation topic and how to handle that as well. So stick around for this episode of Nerdy Dating, because we talk about some really deep stuff and we really get into it. And I appreciate y'all for watching this episode. What's up, welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I am your host, Zakka, and thank you guys so much for watching the show. Thank you guys for your like and support. I appreciate y'all. I do want to give you guys a heads up, maybe this episode, maybe another episode, but I am planning on going on a break for a few months, so from September through November, to kind of give a break before I start season 3 of Nerdy Dating. I've been doing this for 2 years now, back to back to back, and with life happening, it's kind of hard to stay consistent. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it like a little schedule here. So Nerdy Dating is gonna pick back up in December of 2024 and go until May of 2025. And then we're going to, man, it's weird to say 2025, but then we're gonna go from break from May to December again, and then pick back up with December through 2025 through November, or I guess May of 2026. That feels weird to say again, but the reason why, because December you have the start of the new year, people, holiday seasons, so relationships could be ending, could be flourishing, and then you got Valentine's Day, New Year's, all that stuff that people like ask, like, no, when can I find a partner? How can I find a partner? So I feel like that's when most people really want to learn about themselves and learn about what they need to do to find a partner and have a good, strong relationship. So we're gonna pick back up in December through May. So I might do a few more episodes, but then probably go on a little break here. But I'm still gonna be uploading old clips and content to the YouTube, so and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, so don't go away. I still will be around, but just full-length episodes, they probably won't be around as much. And from this time of September through December, or September through November, they probably won't be around as much. So just give you guys a heads up. I'm gonna take a break, give myself some time, and then pick back up in December and hit it every week. Now, today's episode is gonna be a TikTok and another Reddit episode, and let's just hop right into it. The first one we have here: men of Reddit, how do you feel when you hear the girls that you are talking to is often talking to other men? So the person needs advice. I'm a 24-year-old woman who recently started dating, but I've encountered a few hiccups. The guys I've been talking to often suddenly become too busy to continue dating, which I understand is their gentle way of letting me down. While I could go on dates every day if I wanted to, I prefer to focus on one guy at a time, as talking to too many men at once feels overwhelming and confusing. However, I realize that this approach makes it easier for my feelings to get hurt, so I decided to explore my options and keep a bit of a roster. Recently, one of the guys I met on Bumble asked if I was seeing anyone else, and I was honest with him, and he said yes. He said he didn't seem too pleased with that, and I'm not sure what to do. I also want to mention that I'm not having sex with any of these men. I'm waiting until marriage and standing very firmly on that. So, men of Reddit, how do you feel when you hear the girl that you're talking to is also talking to other men? I'm trying to kind of, I guess my personal answer is that it doesn't matter. I'm expecting the person I'm courting, the person I am dating, not in a relationship with, we're casually dating, we're talking to each other, getting to know each other. I'm expecting them to have their options open and talk to other people, because dating is too many people out there in the world, and you're trying to find the best person that fits best for you. So you should be looking around. You shouldn't just be locked in the moment you meet somebody on one dating app. Like, you haven't went on a first date yet, or maybe you went on a first date, but you haven't went on a second or third date yet. You shouldn't be locked in. If you're dating somebody the third or fourth date, by that point you should have an idea that, like, can this person I'm going to be in a relationship with or not. So I'm expecting the person I'm talking to be talking to other people. And a guy gets upset with you for talking to other people while you are talking to somebody else, or while you're talking to them, and you're not in a relationship, or exclusive is a relationship. So you're not in a relationship or made it, a commitment to each other. I would steer clear of that guy, because that dude pretty much is trying to make it sound like you can't talk to anybody else but me while he's out talking to other people as well. He's not going to hit that same standard. So to me, I wouldn't talk to a guy who gets upset by you talking to other people, because unless he puts the establishment and say, hey, I want to be boyfriend, girlfriend, you're free range to do whatever you want until you meet somebody. Now, it's really easy, because I'm one of those people too who, I used to lock in. The moment I met somebody second date, I was like, oh, we're about to be boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm going to ask them a date next week. Ask her to be committed next week. Then we're not realizing that you should take your time and get to actually know somebody before you make that commitment of relationship. So I get it why you have a roster, and I don't blame you for that. Matter of fact, you should have a roster. And maybe that person asks the question you're doing is sleeping around with other people, but that's none of their business until you guys are committed. Until he says, hey, I want to make you my partner, it's all fair game. It's fair game. Have fun, because you guys not in an established relationship, so don't hold yourself in a boundary of a relationship when you're not even in a relationship with somebody yet. All right, next one. Long first date leading to no second dates. Just trying to get some more perspective on this. I have at least a couple of instances now where I've, male, early 30s, had 3+ hour first dates with women from mid 20s to early 40s where there isn't a second date. Is this fairly common? I'm new to the dating app this year. Usually if I'm not feeling it, I try to call it in an hour, and it seems most women I've gone out with that aren't feeling it do the same. I've been told I'm a good conversationalist, and if I had a guess, these long first dates are indicative of someone who enjoys talking to me but doesn't see the relationship moving forward in a romantic context. Does this sound about right? All right. So, and then he goes, edit. One of the main takeaways is my perception of long being 3 hours is actually more of a baseline for an okay date. All right, well, let's see here. A 3-hour date is a lot. If you're setting up weekends, so the person, let's say you're doing Saturdays from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. or you're doing Saturday from noon to 3, like that is a long time for a first date. You just met this person and you're setting up a first date. Now you could be going to different locations, that's fine, but you're sitting down at a restaurant for 3 hours and you're not doing anything to change the environment, going to events, anything like that. It could be long, and you probably not having that physical connection, because also first date too, where you might not try to touch them, you might not try to hold their hand, might try to give a hug, so therefore you giving off friend vibe. Like if you're gonna go on a first date, I say a hug is the first thing, or asking you hug somebody, but a hug is the first thing you should try to do to see if they're even like interested physically in a sense, because that at least break that barrier and make it more intimate versus just a, hey, how's it going? You sit next to them and you guys are not really, you're something more like a business conversation or more like a work conversation versus a hug versus that intimate romantic partnership conversation. So like maybe you're not doing, like maybe not getting close. Maybe you're sitting afar from them as well in that date, because you say having good conversations, but you have a good conversation with your friend. What makes it different from your friend and your partner is that you get close and you sit close to your partner. You want to hug your partner. You want to touch your partner. Whereas that holding hands, a hand and hopefully a hand on the shoulder. For her, hopefully she put her hand on your thigh, something like that, to show that like, hey, there's more physical here than just the friendship vibe that you're getting. But 3-hour date, that first date should be, if it's going really, really real, it can go 3 hours. But to start off that first date, let it be about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and then wrap it up after that. And I had one date, I never forget, a girl told me she had backup plans. She was like, yeah, we had a first date. She's like, we were gonna go get coffee, and she was like, well, I have meeting friends at 3, and I was like, oh. She said, yeah, I always have backup plans, because you never know, how a date would go, so it kind of keep you out of in trouble. So she was like, you should probably have a backup plan too. And I was like, yeah, nah, I don't really do that. If the date goes well and we're enjoying each other's time, we'll move on to the next thing. If it's not, we're not moving on. So the reason why you're not having a 3-hour date with no physical intimacy, no touch, anything like that, it's probably why you end up in that friendship zone. And girls probably think you're not interested in them other than just, you know, just the conversation aspect of it. All right, next one. Am I the butthole? My boyfriend didn't see me. Oh, yesterday, I remember this one. Yesterday, we went to go see a movie. I had forgotten my phone and communicated that to my boyfriend on the drive there. He asked me if I would be okay without it, and I said yes. After the movie, I told him I had to use the restroom. When I got out, I walked outside. He usually waits out by the entrance, but he wasn't there. I waited a few minutes, but I couldn't call him, and he had the car keys. I tried walking to the car, but he wasn't there. I went back in and checked near the men's restroom, but nothing. After about 10 minutes, I got pretty upset. I tried to keep myself in view of the theater while I walked around, but he wasn't anywhere. Some strangers even offered to give me an Uber. I finally went in and checked one more time, and he was sitting on the couch looking at his phone. I told him I've been looking for him, but I wasn't blaming about it, but he got super defensive and told me it was my fault for not seeing him, and I had no reason to be upset. He kept saying, I don't understand why you're so upset on the car ride back. When I tried to tell him I wanted us to be more in sync with each other, especially since we're going on a trip out of the country soon, he scoffed and said, do I need to tell you where I'm going to be whenever we are separate? Which felt unfair. I didn't have my phone. Plus, if something happened to me, how long would it take him to notice? Am I overreacting? I feel kind of angry now and it still hurts. So you got mad at your boyfriend because you left the bathroom, you thought he would wait by the entrance, and he was off sitting on the couch with his head in his phone. 10 minutes. I waited a few minutes, but he wasn't there. I waited a few minutes, but I couldn't call him, and he had the car keys. See, I tried to keep myself, after about 10 minutes, I got pretty upset. So I went back to him and checked near the men's restroom, but nothing. After about 10 minutes, I got pretty upset. 10 minutes. He probably thought you was taking number 2. You're taking so long in the bathroom. He's like, all right, I'll just sit here and look at my phone, wherever he's looking at it, playing video games, whatever thing he was doing. He went and sit on the couch. So normally he would be by the entrance, and that's where you kind of got upset with. Now, you say you didn't blame him, but you came back and your voice, the tone must have changed where he heard it, because why would he get upset if you say you wasn't blaming him for? I told him I've been looking for him, but I wasn't blaming about it, but he got super defensive. You did say you got upset, so your emotions are probably super high right now, and you're probably at the point where you're like, how dare he not know where I'm at? And your tone probably set him off, where he was like, wait a minute. Now, I don't think it's okay for you to get mad at him for not being where you thought he was going to be at. Where the thing is miscommunication. So you should have told him, hey, can you wait by the bathroom door? I don't have my phone with me. Can you wait by the bathroom door? In the future, the best thing to do would be more communicative about, like, hey, can you wait by the bathroom door? Can you, sit here? Can you not move this way? And I wasn't can you not, but I was like, just ask him, can you wait by the bathroom door? Or can you wait by the water fountain? Or ask him, hey, where are you going to be before I go to the bathroom? That way, if you don't have your phone on you, you can let them know. Now I understand we usually have our phone on us, so we can't find somebody. We immediately text and call, like, hey, where you at? Where you sitting at? Oh, I'm over here by the spot. And back in the day, before they had a phone, they had to communicate with each other about where they're at. Hey, I'm going to go sit on the couch. Or, hey, can you wait by the bathroom door? Can you do something? So that say, hey, can you wait? It would have been the best thing to do in this situation. So in the future, you can't change the past. This happened. Now, I don't think you should be upset with him for sitting on the couch. I don't think you should be upset with him being his phone. People are in their phones 24/7 nowadays. It is what it is. It's what our habits are now. We're waiting for somebody, we're opening up our phone. We're sitting in line, we're opening up our phone. Now, like I said, you could be angry about the fact that you didn't communicate with him, that you didn't check to see where he was at or whatever. Y'all didn't communicate. You could be angry about that, but you can't be angry about the fact that he's on his phone and he didn't, try to look for you. He just said, I'm gonna stick place because eventually she will find me. And then if it came longer than 10 minutes, it became 30 to an hour, he probably been like, oh, okay, something's off. Why my girlfriend not moving in 30 minutes? It's been 30 minutes. Where is she at? But 10 minutes, you ever taken a number 2? That could take 10 minutes. If your stomach wasn't sitting right, that could take 10 minutes. So I wouldn't be upset at him. I am curious what the comment section says here. Somebody goes, sorry, but you're kind of the butthole. All you had to do was make a plan on where to meet each other. Being upset, frustrated with your boyfriend isn't really fair in this case, and the whole need to be in sync with each other thing is just vague and meaningless. Like, is he supposed to read your mind and guess where you will look for him? Just tell him. If you're going to split up, and just say, let's meet back here at X time. If you're going somewhere busy where you might be separated, then you say, if we get separated, then just meet over here by that tree. Plan ahead and communicate. Don't depend on being in sync. The whole in sync thing make you feel like there's a bigger issue going on. Yeah, and when it comes to communication, there's no such thing as being in sync. You have to communicate with your partner, and communication would make speaking up would make things better. Sitting there and saying, I'm gonna read your mind, doesn't work that way. It never does in relationships or anything. So I agree with that guy, 100%. All right, next one. Best dating app. Hiya, I have Bumble, Hinge, and Tinder installed. Got a lot of people who match, but not much text or texted back in general. So nothing meaningful yet. Quite the opposite. Met some manipulative people, liars, etc. How you meeting liars? I don't want one night stands or hookup. I'm looking to find genuine people with the expectation I have in mind, physically and personality wise. Which dating apps provide that? Absolutely. What you're looking for specifically, I'm going to say absolutely none, which is not fair because all the dating apps have that. There's not one dating app that have that particular thing you're looking for. Looking at that one thing where everybody matches personality and physical and everybody's on the same page. There's not going to be one dating app for that. So when it comes to a dating app that has that one thing, absolutely none of them will. But the dating apps, all of them will have part of that in there. Now, you're talking people manipulative and liars. How do you know they're liars? You never met them in person. And then my question is, are you asking these people, when you match with them, are you reaching out to them? Are you talking to things about their profile? Are you just making it like, say hi, hello, hi, hello? Because then that sounds like it's going to be boring and nothing's going there. Nobody's going to text you when you respond, when you open up with just hi. Where you supposed to go with that? Hi, how's it going? It's going good. How about yourself? It's going good. Relationship over. It's boring. Conversation done. So, if you're looking for somebody, I want them in mind physically and personality wise. That expectation, keep your options open. And then don't go in with such a closed-minded view on the dating apps. If you like somebody, cool. And then see what their profile is. Comment to their profile. Do not just sit there and wait for them to make the message to you. You have to take initiative on dating apps. If you do not do that, then you're going to find yourself sitting there wondering, dating apps don't work for me. Because you're not putting the effort in. It's going to take effort. It is. And you got people who hook us. I want to assume, because people reach out to you about hookups, that your gender is female. I'm just going to assume that. Make that assumption because girls don't really hit up guys for one night stands and hookups. And not that many women are doing that on dating apps. If they are, they're a bot. So I'm going to go assume that you're a female because guys are hitting you with hookups. And you're going to get a bunch of guys out there who's going to try to hook up. They're going to try to see who's out there waiting for hookups. But don't match with every dude who's trying to hit you with a hookup. If you look at their profile and they don't have anything in their profile, don't match with them on that because most likely they're there for the hookup. Look at somebody's profile who's detailed, who take care, who actually putting pictures in, not just about themselves, but their friends and family, and also have them doing certain things, has a solid bio, and actually says in there, look for long term. Now, because they're looking for long term, they mean looking for a long term with you, but they are looking for a long term relationship, so at least there's a starting point. If you're just swiping on every man out there you see, you're going to get the hookup guy who wants to hook up with you. So if you're looking for a dating app that has that physical and personality wise, that one thing you're looking for, you're not going to find it. But if you cipher through all the dating apps out there, that person is going to be on Hinge, Tinder, and Bumble. So if you're looking for the best dating app, that was your question, Hinge could probably be the best one because the barrier to entry for Hinge is a lot more. You got to put a lot more effort in for your profile to get seen and everything. So Hinge is your best one. Bumble, you have to make the first move, but you open up with hi, you're doing yourself a disservice. So just saying. Next one. This is a bit of a long one here, so buckle down with me. Get a drink of water because I'll drink some coffee because this is going to be a long one too. All right, here we go. How should I, 29 female, proceed with when my boyfriend, 29 male, went on dating apps to see if he could find anyone better? Man just cheated. Did my boyfriend cheat on me? Yes. Yes. What more do you? Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and dive in though. My boyfriend, 29 male, and I, 29 female, are in a long distance relationship and have been together for about 7 months so far, but have known each other for over a year. 7 months long distance, that's tough. He's been very unsure about me for a long time and consistently tells me he feels we might be too similar. We might be too similar and won't be able to help each other grow in terms of looks, fashion, and attention to details. That's a red flag right there. But he said he really likes me for who I am. He just wishes that I was cool and can be not so nerdy like a good girl. He is trying to break up with you. He is trying to break up with you right now. He doesn't want to end it. He's trying to tell you that he wants you to end it. One day, just after we met my parents, he mentioned that he's still unsure about me and requested an open relationship. I got a little hurt and told him that I'm not looking for anything poly or open. And so if he wants to be in an open relationship, then I will consider this a breakup. We decided to take the next few hours to decide whether we should be together or not. When we came back to each other, he mentioned he wanted to be with me and only and actively chooses to be with me. However, then he let it slip that he went on dating apps for a bit to see what else was out there and felt validated that he could do better. He claimed that he didn't swipe right on anyone, but just wanted to see if he could truly find someone better looking and more cool than I am. Oh my gosh. I wasn't broken up and he did that. I got extremely hurt by this. While I understand and I do trust that he didn't swipe on any women, I swipe right on any women, I feel extremely disrespected when I told him about this. He didn't seem to think he cheated and told me that most men constantly evaluate whether their partners are good for them or not up until they propose. Wow. I don't know how to proceed or move on. I'm still hurt and it's been a few weeks since we had this argument. We're technically still together, but it's hard for me to trust that he isn't constantly looking for someone better than me out there. I don't know if he cheated on me or what, but I feel extremely hurt and just worthless. Any advice? I'm not looking for anyone to judge him, just trying to see if this relationship is worth fighting for. Too long, didn't read. Boyfriend went on dating app Boyfriend went on dating app to potentially see if he could do better while figuring out whether he wanted to be with me or not. Break up with your boyfriend. I don't know what else to tell you on that one. He has openly told you he's looking at other women. He's constantly keeping his options open within your relationship. He's not committed to a relationship. He wants somebody cooler. He wants somebody not nerdy. He has his own perception of what he wants for a partner, and he needs to go find that partner. But he's too afraid to break up with you, and that's why he's doing these things to try to get you to break up with him. He wants you to break up with him. He asked you to be open. You said no. And from there, he's like, all right, I'm going to commit it, but I'm going to go ahead and take a break from each other. Y'all didn't break up. Y'all just took a moment, a couple hours apart to think about this, and he decided to get on the dating apps. Now, he did tell you, so props for him telling you, but he's also trying to get you to break up with him. And he's like, well, most men think, no. A guy knows whether or not he want to marry a woman, like, after months of talking to her, he like, all right, I can see this person be my forever partner. I can see this person be the one I can, spend time with. He knows this. And the whole thing, we're too similar. We're not going to see each other grow. Break up with him. He's too afraid to break up with you And that's why he's not doing it. He wants you to pull the plug, and that's what he's triggering you. He's making you seem anxious. He's triggering your attachment style. He try to be avoidant. Break up with him. Don't. This is not healthy, y'all. There's nothing you can do to salvage this relationship. And I don't think anything you'll do make him believe that you're the right partner for him, because he's already told you multiple times that you're not the right partner for him. So end it. Break up with him. It sucks. My match guy DWI, would you still proceed? Match with this guy, and he gave me his number, of course. I Googled it and found the last name. I then Googled his full name, and I found a mugshot. At first, I wasn't worried it was much sinister. I was worried it was a much sinister case. When I dug deeper, I found a DWI from a couple of years ago. Personally, I always hated drunk drivers. I don't know why in this modern day with Uber and Lyft, someone would get behind any wheels knowing that you were drinking. I think it's reckless, and you can literally kill innocent people. That's fair. Anyways, I also see that I have a pattern when it comes to my dating life. The moment I meet someone, I start investigating. Last year, a guy was pursuing me heavily. I looked him up, and I looked him up. He had no comma. He had a long-term serious girlfriend of 8 years. She said when I looked him up, she should have said I found that he had a long-term relationship. But anyway, I found out another guy was living with a long-term girlfriend. I think I saved myself a lot of trouble by doing research first, but I feel like I don't give anyone any chances first. I don't know, maybe I should slow down. As for this DWI guy, I think I'm a matching. What would you do? Also, should I stop looking people up before getting to know them? One, look people up. Do not stop doing that. Continue to look people up, because you don't know what people can do. You don't know what their background are. So their background give you a red flag. Definitely be like, hey, take it with a grain of salt. Not take it with a grain of salt, but like just be on the up and up when it comes to speaking to these people. So definitely look them up. Don't be afraid to do that. Now, as far as what would you do with the DWI person? You said a couple of years ago. I will probably go on a date with this person to see, and on a date, ask about that. Say, hey, I looked you up just because I'd rather be safe. And I saw that you had a DWI a few years ago. What's your thoughts on that? Just ask about it. Like, see where it was at. See what happened. Because maybe they don't drink anymore. Maybe they don't drink and drive. Maybe, well, she should never drink and drive. But, maybe they don't drink anymore. Maybe they do go out drinking, they got an Uber. Maybe they learned their lesson, and it was a one-time situation where they just made a mistake and got pulled over. Luckily, nobody died or anything like that. So, I would definitely, bring that up and ask on the date, and everything else checks off, and this is one red flag you have, go on that date. Now, you're like, no, this is a deal breaker for me. I don't like people who drink and drive at all. I don't like people who get drunk and don't take the right mindset to call Uber and live. Then don't go on a date with them. But I think you can give this person a shot, because a couple of years ago, he hasn't had one since then. I think you give the person a shot and give him a second chance. Next one. Guy asked girlfriend, 26 female, to dump me, 24 male, and go on a date with him. Okay, for starters, I worked at a shop where customers come and go, so this guy has been there sometimes to get work done on his truck and then go up to a little office where my girlfriend works at. So about 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend told me that this guy who asked her if she was dating someone, and she said yes, to which he replied, who? And she said it was none of his business. He proceeded to tell her to dump me and go on a date with him, to which she told me she felt creeped out because he kept bugging and told him no. I don't really know how to feel about this, because the guy is a regular customer, and I don't think he knows it's me dating her. Part of me got mad and wanted to rip the guy's head off when she told me. I'm all about respect, and I took that as a major disrespect. I took that personally towards me. Should I just leave it be since she already told him no and isn't interested, or should I confront him about it since he might keep on bugging her? Too long, didn't read. Guy asked girlfriend to dump me and go on a date with him instead. She told him she wasn't interested. Should I leave it alone or confront him? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. There's no need to try to confront some guy. Like, one, she said no. He was bugging in the moment, but then she said no and he laid off. He didn't know it was you. If he knew it was you and he's friendly with you, he probably been like, oh, nice, that's a good dude. But he said it I want to assume he said it in a joking way. He was like, oh, you should dump your boyfriend and come be with me then, because I'm a better guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen guys do that. Like, oh, it should have been me, not him, me. It's not fair. Like, I've seen that stuff all the time. You see it on the internet, see on the memes like that, where like, I should have been the one. How dare you? You should have been with me instead. Like, I've seen guys do that a lot, actually, on social media and stuff like that. I was like, I should have been the one, not him, me. It should have been me. No. But for you to go confront him because he doesn't know who you are, and she said no, I get it, she was creeped out by it, and she has every right to be creeped out by it because the dude kept pressuring and she said no, and he's not taking the hint, I'll be creeped out too. But you don't need to go fight this dude unless he keeps going back up there day after day after day and doing the same thing over and over again. But if this is one case scenario, don't. Just let it be. Your girlfriend told him no. Hopefully he takes a hint and says leave it on. And then he might show back up a few months later and be like, hey, you still seeing so-and-so? If not, no, leave it be. Like, you don't have to confront somebody because trust your girlfriend. She dating you, trust her. All right. Last one before we get into Reddit and TikToks. Is it dumb to let a girl from Tinder come over? Literally matched with this girl a few hours ago, exchanged a couple of messages, and then she asked me if I live alone and if I want to watch a movie with her. I said yeah, and she's coming over when she finishes work tomorrow night. She doesn't have my address yet, but something seemed a little off. I never had sex this easy before. Probably important to note that I am at an Airbnb in Poland. I'm British, so it's not even my home country, which probably makes it a bit riskier. Any advice? Her profile is verified and she seems nice, but I'd rather not get murdered trying to hook up. That would be so embarrassing. That would be so embarrassing. Hey man, I get it. Imagine waking up dead, like, hey, George Washington, Dr. King. Oh, wait, you got shot, old age, Abraham Lincoln shot. How you died? Well, I got murdered trying to hook up. I just see Abraham Lincoln hand shaking like, come on, son, you gotta be better than that. If the person seems, friendly enough, I would say exchange numbers, have a conversation with them. One, you probably mentioned you're in Poland, you're from Britain, from London, wherever the case would be, England. You're from England, and I would just say like, hey, I'm here for a little bit. She probably knows that. She's probably coming for a hookup. She legit probably wants a hookup. You're in an Airbnb. You're not in town long. There's no strings attached. She's looking to get, have fun, watch a movie. Yeah. Just be mindful that something goes south. Just be prepared for that. Have a backup plan if something does happen. But other than that, go have fun. And update, I ignore everyone's advice because I'm a degenerate, but it was successful and I still have both my kidneys. So yeah, you got the hookup in. Go have fun. Like the fact that you went straight to Reddit for advice after just sitting there saying, hey, you should let your friends know. I would say the first thing you should do, let your friends know, hey, have a lady coming over. If you don't hear from me within the next, 24 hours, reach out, sound the alarms, let everybody know that I am missing. But other than that, just if you're really that concerned, let your friends and family know what's about to happen. Like, hey, I have a friend coming over. I have a date coming on. Ain't a friend. I have a date coming over. Just to let you guys know if something happens, if I go missing, I'll ring the alarm. But other than that, I'm fine. That's what you should have did. So, congratulations. You had fun. Live life. TikTok time. So, this one right here is from respectively Gabby. And let's see what she has to say on this video.
Understand this one thing about men. I promise you, your dating life will get significantly better. Your self-respect will skyrocket. And overall, you'll just feel like that bitch. So listen, a man will only respect the women that he has to work for. So if you're giving this man easy access to your energy, to your body, to your resources, he is going to take advantage and take where he can. Takers will always take. But here's the thing. The harder you make it on them, the more of a challenge that they feel like they have to rise to. They know at their core that they have to behave in a certain type of way to get the type of women that they actually want. So if you were giving this man the world, literally handing him the world on a silver platter, and he's taking it, and you are barely getting what you want out of the relationship, whether it not even be a relationship and you want a relationship, whether you want him to do some things for you, whether you want him to make your life easier, he's just not doing it. He's just not committing. He's just not giving you the things that you need in a relationship in order to feel taken care of. Then what are you doing? I'm not saying intentionally make it hard for these men, but stop giving them access to you so easily. Respect yourself enough to know that the right man will rise to your bar that you set, and you don't lower the bar for anyone, okay? No man is worth putting on a pedestal. Embarrassing thinking back to all of the guys that you put on a pedestal. Look at them now. Where are they at now? They're probably dusty and crusty. It's embarrassing to even show your friends. So think about that. The guy that you're obsessing over, the guy that you're like, oh my God, this is my man, but he's not giving me anything, but I'm also making it way too easy for him. Stop making it so easy, and this man will come around, I promise. If he doesn't come back around, believe me, it's his loss, not yours.
That's a game. That's playing games. You shouldn't have to play games in dating. Know your standard, know your boundaries, know that, hey, if I do X, Y, and Z, and this person's not making me feel like I am the best part of the world, this person's not making me feel worthy, this person's not making me feel like I am, hot shit, lack of a better term there, I'm not going to date this person. If I feel like I'm anxious, and I feel like I got to become avoidant, and I feel like I got to become like not secure in who I am to date somebody, don't date them, men and women. So don't play games with men who sitting there like, well, I'm going to do this and this and this, and you got to reach my standard. Or a woman's just like, well, you got to hit this bar. No, what are your standards? What are your standards to stick to them? And yes, it's going to be harder for you to find somebody. If you're looking for a relationship, don't just look for a relationship. Look for a relationship with a partner you want to be with somebody that, and I should ask yourself, do you want to be in a relationship? Or do you want to be in a relationship with that person? And this person making you feel like crap. This person not treating you right. The person not giving you, the things you want out of a partner, out of a partnership, out of a relationship. They're not giving you those things, and they're not showing signs of them giving you those things. Ask yourself, do you want to date that person? Not do you want to be in a relationship. Actually, you want to date that person. Do you want a relationship with this person? If you say no, then leave. If you're still sitting here and it's been a situationship for 3 months, ask yourself why. What do you want? Oh, I want a boyfriend. Okay, do you want a boyfriend with him? No, then leave. If you look at that person and say, this is not boyfriend material for me, then you need to leave. If a man, you're looking at a relationship, you're looking at a dating girl, and she's not girlfriend material for you, then leave. That's if you want a boyfriend, girlfriend. Ask yourself about the person you're dating. If that person you're dating boyfriend, girlfriend material for you, not... I gotta play a game. I gotta not give him, gotta pull back so he will lean in. If he doesn't lean in, his loss. There's no reason to play games while dating. Stop playing games, because playing games gets you in this vicious cycle of you're going back in circles with each other, and then this toxic cycle where, oh, I'm not gonna do anything unless he does something. She's not gonna do anything unless I do something. No, stop playing games with people. It is bad relationship advice to do that. Now, I don't understand why people think it's great to play games. You don't need to play games. If you find yourself getting taken advantage of by your partner, then you shouldn't be dating that person. If that person doesn't respect you enough, then you should leave that relationship. Find somebody and take time away from the relationship. When I say find somebody, take time from the relationship to learn about what you're looking for, to learn about what you want, to learn about, okay, these are things I value, these are things I won't settle for, and then go find somebody. I won't settle for somebody who treat me like crap. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to settle for somebody who I had to pull teeth to hang out with. I'm not going to do that. And you should keep those things, keep that in mind when you're looking for partners. How do they make you feel? Do they make you feel like crap? Then you shouldn't be with them. They make you judge yourself and question yourself, then you shouldn't be dating them. But to sit here and be like, well, I gotta play games for him to do right and for him to act right. No. Cause you can go date a man who makes multi-millions of dollars and still he treats you like crap. Well, he makes a bunch of money, so he's the one that should be with. Like, no, like it's horrible advice to give people to do that. Which is to say, he's not giving you the things that you need in a relationship. Okay, that's fair. But what you say, making it easier for you. Whether he makes it
things for you, whether you want
some things, whether you want him to make your life easier. How about you make your own life easier first? Why do you got to depend on somebody else to make your life easier? Go for your goals and dreams. Stop this whole being reliant on somebody else to make your life easier, to make your life happier. We have to stop doing that. We have to stop doing that. We got to stop. We have to stop this. We have to stop waiting for somebody else to make our life better. How about you make your life better? And that way you don't settle for somebody because, oh, he gonna make my life easier. He has a great job. He has X amount of dollars. My life will be easier because of him. No. How about you make your life easier and then you find a partner who fits your life, who adds value to your life, not make your life easier. Adding value doesn't make your life easier. Adding value just makes it life fun to be around with and have fun time and want to cherish life with somebody. Add value to your life, not make your life easier. Somebody shouldn't have to make your life easier. Somebody should be able to add value to it. You should make your own life easier and keep pursuing your goals and dreams, but find a partner who adds value to your life and make life enjoyable to have fun with. Easier. That person who's saying make your life easier, they can turn around and make your life just as harder, and they pretty much have your life in their palms, and they can pretty much choose however they want. So you need to find a way to make your life easier in that scenario what she just mentioned there, and don't play games with people. Don't settle for less than what you're worth. Know your worth. Know that you're the prize, and that person should make you feel like you're the Super Bowl trophy, the championship, whatever the case may be, make you feel like $1 million, and you should want to make your partner feel like $1 million, and should go back and forth. It should be reciprocal, not, oh, I give everything to him and he doesn't make me feel like anything. You know, if somebody who doesn't make you feel like anything, you should not be with them, plain and simple. All right, next video. This is from official.nkw. Let's see what he has to say.
What would you do if you was in a relationship for like a year plus, right? And your girl asked you, hey, can I get my nails done? And you like, yeah, I got you. Because you know what I'm saying? You care, you love your girl, you know what I'm saying? You want to take care of her, right? But when she says it's going to be 5 hours plus, you don't think too much about it because you don't know shit about nails. So you give her the money and you're like, okay, I'm going to pick you up after. And it's getting close to that time for her nails to get done. And she's like, I'm going to just get an Uber. And you're not thinking too much about it because you trust her, right? Fast forward, she's been at that nail appointment for 10 hours. 10 hours. And you ain't no damn nail tech, but you're sitting there like, something gotta be wrong. So you got her location, so you decide to pull up. You pull up, and her nail tech is a fucking dude. Bro. She left out the most important part. And you go up to them and be like, how's the nail appointment? And he's sitting there joking, saying, is that your brother? Bitch. You tell bro, be like, yeah, that's my girl. I paid for a nail appointment. And he's like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was cracking your girl. I did her nails like 8 hours ago. We just been cracking. Bitch. And then he tell you, not gonna lie, bro, I didn't even charge her for the nails. This nigga is running game. She didn't even need the money for the nails. Oh my God, you're cooked. I'm not saying this happened to me, but just for a friend, what'd you do?
So her nail tech is a good friend of hers or something like that. I don't know. Like, all right, it's a guy. Okay. Guys can be nail technicians, can do makeup and nails like that. Like, I don't know. She told you 5 hours and been 10 hours though. That's crazy. Like, I'd be more concerned that she didn't check in with you and just be like, hey, can next time you get a heads up on what's going on and how long you're doing and if everything's okay. Just check in with me. Tell me 5 hours and you're still here an extra 5 hours, so 10 hours at a nail salon. Cause you didn't say you said you put up to a location. Cause you had to check where she was at via location share. Yeah, I would just be more like, hey, can you just let me know next time? I appreciate that. She didn't seem like she did anything wrong in this scenario. You're more shocked that like she was chilling with a dude at a nail salon. I would say a nail salon, unless it's his house, which I'd be wilder. But I'm gonna go with nail salon. He didn't mention it was a house. So she would just chill at the nail salon all day. Yeah, I'll probably be like, hey, can you just let me know next time? It's just weird. It'd be more weird the fact that she didn't communicate with you what's going on versus her just chilling like that. Like if she was just chilling, but she let you know what's going on the whole time. Say, hey, I'm doing my nails. I'm sitting here talking to the my nail stylist and having a whole conversation about life and everything. Cool, because that can be like therapeutic. Like it's like when you go to the barbershop get your haircut and the barbers ask you about these questions. And you have like a good time with everybody, stuff like that. And you sit at the barbershop because old man Freddie walked in. You sit there talking to Fred and what name about the kids and everything. Y'all sitting there and now y'all talking about sports. And next thing you look up, it's a 3-hour long thing. Y'all sitting here and you get your haircut. It took about 30 minutes and now you're sitting here for another 4 hours talking about sports. I can see that happen. So I can see it happen. I wouldn't be shocked like that. My whole thing would be more of, just communicate me where you at. I appreciate that. All right, here's another one. This one is from Liam Haskett 11. Let's see what he has to say.
One of the biggest red flags in a person is when they don't understand how availability works. For example, when you first meet someone and start dating them, and neither of you are really that available because you both have lives. Oh, I can't go out this weekend, I have other commitments, but how about Tuesday? Then, as the relationship continues, you guys get closer and closer, you like each other more and more, you start prioritizing them over other commitments, and probably they do the same thing for you. Yes, maybe I have work in the morning, but we can still go out tonight. Or I'm really tired, I don't want to go out tonight, but I want to see you, so come over, let's watch a movie. But the biggest red flag in people, friendships too, is when they don't recognize that you don't have to be available. As in, they start abusing the availability and expect you to actually be available all the time. And instead of them realizing that you're literally sacrificing other parts of your life to be with them, they think that you owe them that time. You don't. And this is in friendships too. Oh, why didn't you tell me you guys were hanging out? Well, I wonder why. People who don't understand how that availability works and how it might not be a given at all times, red flag. Big red flag.
I agree with that. Availability is something that you have to have a conversation about and let people know, like, hey, I'm at work, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I think communication comes down to that availability. Let them know, hey, this is what I'm up to, this is what I'm doing, so that person knows not to be so anxiously attached and try to figure out how to, like, oh, well, he's not responding back to me. Yeah, he's at work at 8 a.m. in the morning and he doesn't get off until 5 and he probably can't use his phone at work. So I won't bother him, or I won't reach out to him or expect a chat back if I send a text. Or he's like, I got plans right now. Now, getting to know each other, but now with the availability, if he's saying he has plans, but he also has to set up plans for you, like, set up plans. If you're getting to know each other and to date each other, setting up dates versus just like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, let's set up meet here. Let's meet here. And girls, you can do the same thing. Like, hey, I'm not free this weekend, but I'm free next weekend. As long as you guys communicate and setting up dates, setting up time, great. Having conversations about what's going on. Hey, I won't be here. I'm busy right now. I'll chat with you later. Great. So I do agree with that. It's a big red flag. Somebody doesn't understand how availability works and expect you to be on call or on ready as soon as possible, because it doesn't work that way. Like, you have to be able to communicate with each other, let you know what's going on. We have lives, and people just can't drop their lives right off the bat to be in a relationship and dedicate everything to a relationship. They have to make money. They have to live. Agreed. All right, next one here. This one's from Dan D. Mel, and this one has music on mute the music because they don't have any words. They just have what they're saying in question mark, I guess in quotation here. So the conversation between boyfriend and girlfriend, and it goes like this. The girlfriend tells the boyfriend, I don't like when you follow a lot of girls on social media. And the boyfriend goes, why? And then she says, there's no reason to follow new girls. And then he goes, okay, I understand. Problem solved. And a lot of people in the comment section is like, a boyfriend that gets it, he automatically understands. And my thing with this, ladies, if you do not want your boyfriend following women, people of the opposite sex on social media, you need to make that known before you guys get into a relationship. Now, she does say here, I don't like when you follow a lot of girls on social media. And he says why, and she says there's no reason to follow new girls. That is not a good enough response. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Cause that guy said, okay, I understand, and he probably gonna go back and still follow girls because you said there's no new reason. Well, he can be like, there's no new reasons for you following guys, or there's no new reason for you to do this. There's no reason, there's no new reason. There's no reason to follow new girls. Like, to me, you just saying that does not explain anything. There's no reason to follow new girls. Maybe for you, there's no reason to follow new girls, but like for him, he's like, well, heck, I like fitness models. I like seeing them lift weight, like seeing a girl bench press or squat or power clean, see what her height is. I like following basketball players. I like following Olympians. I like following wrestlers. I like following soccer players. They're women. I like following politicians. They're women, wherever his thing is, wherever his interest is. Or I like following cosplayers, whatever the case would be. I like following artists. Whatever the case may be, you didn't specify, one, the type of people who's following. I don't want you following lingerie models. Okay. Well, why? Like, there's no new reason. There's no reason for you to follow lingerie models. You didn't really explain, like, hey, follow lingerie model. Now, he was trying to argue, like, well, what do you get? What value do you get out of the following that account? There's probably nothing but, like, butt shots, breast shots. Which, in that case, I would ask my girlfriend, can you send me photos like that? Can you send me those pictures? Can you send me those things? Because is that what he's looking for? And his girlfriend sending him that kind of stuff, those sexy shots? Great, cool, have fun with that. But just to say there's no new reasons, there's no reason to follow new girls, that's not a good enough reason why. You can say, hey, to be honest, when you follow those women, it makes you feel like I'm less than. It makes you feel like I'm not worthy enough for you or strong enough for you or beautiful, where the kids will be. Now, she can say this is my insecurity that I am working with. I know I'm strong enough for you. I know I'm beautiful enough for you. I know by you saying that you'll tell me that. But for me, it helps me find confidence in myself and reassurance in myself, which I'm not I'm not fond of the word somebody saying reassurance and allowing somebody else to be their reassurance. But she said, like, hey, for me to work on this thing that I'm dealing with, it'd be amazing if you didn't follow women who are lingerie models. It'd be amazing if you didn't follow women who are posting thirst traps. I will appreciate that, because that way I can continue working on myself and just something that I need to focus on. I don't want to be right there next to you and get on Instagram and there's a lingerie model picture right there. I will appreciate that. She needs to be more clear and specific, because that guy will understand where she's coming from, and then he will make the choice. Because somebody told me it's an insecurity in them, but they are working on it. I'm gonna be like, I got you. I'm not going to follow those people for you. I'm going to make sure that we can focus on this together. But if you're just like, there's no reason to follow new girls, I'm be like, I can't follow my cousin. I can't follow my sister. I can't follow. My sister got a new Instagram account. I can't follow her. I can't follow Camilla Harris. I can't follow Taylor Swift. I can't follow Rihanna. I can't follow Caitlin Clark. I can't follow Indiana Fever. Like, I can't follow these things. I can't follow Cancy Current because they're a bunch of women. They're playing sports. Like, let's be more specific and explain the reason behind it. Don't just say, I don't want you following them. And if a guy judges you or call you out for being insecure, then I will look at that guy and be like, okay, maybe we are hitting a impasse. This is something that I don't appreciate. You like as a partner, you want to make your partner feel better. You don't want to bring your partner down. So hopefully you don't have a boyfriend who sit there and call you like, well, you're gonna be insecure. That's too bad. That's not what I'm looking in for. Something like that. I'm like, all right, well, this might not be, and this is something, a value of yours you stay true with. May this not be the best relationship for you. It's something to think about. But be more specific. Don't just say there's no reason to follow new girls, because that is not a good enough answer for anybody to say. I can tell somebody, hey, I don't want you following men. Why? Because you shouldn't be following men. All right, well, there's no reason like I should be. Well, who are you to decide? And there's no reason like, who are you to decide? Oh, that's your girlfriend. That's not, I'm a person. Let me make that choice. But if you explain to me how does make you feel about me following and liking other people, then I'm like, all right, I am going to take that into account, and I don't want you feeling less than. I'll make sure you feel great. But also, can you send me those pictures? Can you send me sexy pics? I'll do. I'll turn around and ask, hey, can I get those sexy pics from you? If you're worried about him following lingerie people. Now, if somebody who's an athlete, well, can you work out with me? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. What are the conversations you need to have with your partner to have that conversation? But just to say there's no reason to follow new girls, it's not a really good conversation. All right, guys. Thank y'all for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. And once again, if this is one of the last episodes of the season, I want to say thank you guys for watching so much and see you guys in December when I start up with season 3. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating, you want to put it in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you and keep being awesome.